Hello, Tim Romero here, and in this presentation I'm going to show you how to download and install what's called the Slide Presenter Upload tool, which will allow you to upload PowerPoint presentations and PDF documents into your meeting room so that you can present them during a live meeting. So the first thing you want to do is go here where it says Meeting Tools. By the way, this is only accessible to a host. Okay, so you want to be sure that you're logged into your meeting room with your host account, which we covered on another video. So you want to go to Meeting Tools. A couple things. One, if you're on a Windows XP system, you're going to go right here to Slide Presenter, and when you click that the first time, it's going to come up asking you to install this plugin. I'm on a Windows 7 system, so that appears right here, and on all other systems. So I'm going to go ahead and select Plugins from this drop-down menu in the Meeting Tools. I'm going to click on Slide Presenter Upload Tool. It's going to ask me what I want to do. I'm going to click Install Plugin. Now, I am using a Google Chrome browser, and I'm really starting to like that. I highly recommend using Google Chrome for your meetings per the login video instruction. It really gives you a lot of space to work with here. Another reason I mentioned Google Chrome is because this is typically where your download status is going to appear whenever you're installing something on using Google Chrome browser. On a Internet Explorer browser or Firefox, you're typically going to see this right here, okay, in the middle of your screen. Looks like we got about 7 seconds left until the setup file's done, and as we can see, it's now completed the download. So now what I want to do is click here. There's a little drop down arrow there, and I'm going to go ahead and click Open, and then it's going to ask me what I want to do. I'm going to click Run, and this is true on all browsers, and on Windows 7 it always asks if you want to make changes to the computer. I'm going to go ahead and click Yes, and now we can see the Slide Presenter upload setup. And really, it's quite simple. Just follow the prompts. Click Next, 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 and then you'll get to where it says Install. It's extracting the files. I'm going to go ahead and pause this video until it's installed completely so you don't have to sit here and watch this. Now, once it has installed, the program's actually going to automatically pop up the first time on your computer, and you can see that my credentials, okay, in order to log into the Slide Presenter tool, you're going to use the same credentials that you use to log in as a host in your meeting room. So that's pretty simple. I've already put those credentials in here. I can also save the login information and automatically log in whenever I launch this program. Okay. Oh, and just so you know, let me go ahead and close that, because you do not have to be logged into your meeting room to upload presentations, but I do want to show you where to access the Slide Presenter tool. Again, I'm on a Windows 7 system. It's basically going to appear in all programs, and there it is, Slide Presenter tool. When I click on that, there we go, we're opening it. Okay, you can see my information saved here, and I'm going to go ahead and log in. And now I'm going to show you how to upload a presentation. So the first thing you want to do is choose a PDF document or a PowerPoint presentation from your computer. What you do is you click on this little folder, and then you're going to navigate on your computer wherever you have your PowerPoint stored. So I'm going to go ahead and click this one, and then what happens, you can see this little status bar here uploading it. This one's already done. It's a very short presentation. It's about 7 slides, as you can see. This is pretty cool. This slide preview, okay, what that is, and by default it's 64 by 64, and when you have PowerPoints up here, then it shows you a little preview bar. I'll show you that in a minute. I've just sort of been leaving it at the default 64 by 64. This one is sort of important because this is where you're going to enter the name of the presentation as you want it to appear in the drop-down menu in the meeting room. So I'm going to call this WML for WebMeetLive let's see, meeting tools, because this particular presentation, oh, it looks like I got my caps locks on. Let me fix that. Did I fix it? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. So this, again, this is sort of important. I had a question from a customer the other day, and they said, is there any way to change the name once they're uploaded? And unfortunately, you can't change the name, but you can always delete them and re-upload them using the proper name. So when you're finished selecting your PowerPoint presentation and giving it a name, then you just click Upload Slides. And, you know, depending on how big your presentation is, that, you know, will determine how long it's going to take to upload. Again, this is a pretty small one, so it's already complete. So after you're finished uploading your presentation, you're going to get that message. Sorry, I closed that already. It says you need to log into your meeting room. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and close this, because as you can see, I'm already logged into my meeting room. So if that's the case, if you're logged into your meeting room, you just go here, click on Slide Presenter. Okay, here's an old presentation. And what you want to do, because I don't see that new one in the drop-down menu yet, is I just go ahead and click Refresh. Okay, and now we can see there's my WebMeetLive meeting tools that I just uploaded to this particular meeting room. Now, one of the reasons that I am logged in as Tim Romero as a guest, okay, on another computer, is because I want to show you what this looks like from a guest perspective as well as from a host perspective. In fact, I think I'm going to pause this video and actually log in on another tab on this computer. So just hold on just 1 second. Okay, so the reason I wanted to log in on a, well, as a guest on another computer, is just to kind of show you something here. When you're logged in as a host and you're presenting a PowerPoint, well, you're going to have access to these annotation tools over here. So it looks a little small for you, okay? Here is what it looks like on this particular monitor, okay? From a guest perspective, you can see that they don't have access to the annotation tool, so it's automatically going to adjust to the area that they have to view. Okay, so I just really wanted to show that to you. And to give you another example, I'm actually logged in as Tim Romero on even a larger computer, you know, on my desktop computer. And here I'm going to show you a screenshot of what it looks like there. You can see that it looks nice. It's taken up the whole screen. So the presentation view for you and your guests is really largely determined by you know, how large of a monitor you have. Just wanted to stress that point. Okay, so moving right along. Here is, remember when we were using the upload tool, well, this is where that preview is. Okay, so you can actually preview those by mousing over them, but I'm sure you want to know how to advance to the next slide for your presenter. So actually, if you don't plan, the quickest and easiest way to just advance to the next slide is just to click anywhere on the slide. Okay, and you see I've just clicked there. Let's go ahead and look at this guest login, and as you can see, it's automatically moving that forward for that particular guest or any of your other guests in the meeting room. Now, one thing to remember is that if you decide to use these annotation tools, okay, you got your freehand drawing tool, you can, you know, point out specific areas on the screen. One thing to remember is once you've selected one of these annotation tools, okay, and you click on the slide, it's basically not gonna forward the slide. Okay, it's not gonna forward to the next slide anymore until you can either click right here on the preview to advance to the next slide, or you can select right here from the drop down menu, and then you can continue on clicking there. Okay, so a couple, what you can also navigate through here by clicking on these, obviously. Okay, and once again, these little these are just the little previews, so that's where that size comes, the preview size comes into play. Okay, so that is how you upload and navigate through PowerPoint presentations. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. Oh, and by the way, if you're uploading, I don't have any PDF documents loaded up here, but basically you upload them the exact same way using the slide presenter tool. And then once again, if you have uploaded any PDFs you would like to annotate on and things like that, then you can, they would appear right here in the menu. And you know, if you want to see that, how that works, then let me know and I'll be glad to make a video, but I think you can figure it out. So thank you for watching this tutorial, and we look forward to speaking with you soon if you have any questions. Thanks.